all right. Get moving, man. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's see some hustle out there today. We got a big game this week.
Set! Black 80! Set! Black 20! Set! White 80! Let's go, let's go! White 80! Set! Blue 30! Set! Blue 30! Set! Black 80! White 80! Set! Blue 30! Set! White 80! All right, here we go. Black, there's that. Set! Set!
No pressure,
Black 30!
but this is it. We are going for gold.
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Here we go. Black, I said. Here we go. Black, what's that? Set! Black 30! White set! Set! White 80! Black, what's that? Set! Blue 30! Black, what's that? Here we go. White set. Set! Blue 30! Black, I set. Set! Blue 30! Blue 30 set. Set! White 80! White set. Here we go. Black, I set. Here we go, here we go. White set. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Set! Black 30! White set. Let's go, let's go. Set! Blue 30! Blue 30 set. Set! Black 5! Blue 30 set. Let's go! Black 20 set. Here we go. Flex, what's up? Set! Black 80! Wait a second. Let's go. Black, what's up? Set! Black 80! Black is set! Ready? Black 5! Black, what's up? Set! White 80! Blue 37! Set! Black 80! Black is set! All right, here we go. Black is set!
Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game, take advantage of your practice reps, because Sunday's going to be here before you know it.
Set! Black 80! Set up! Set! Black 80! Black, what's up? Let's go, let's go! Blue, there's a... Set! Black 20! Black is set! Here we go.
All right, you've got one shot left. We are going for gold.
Black, what's up?
Men, you're going to like what you see in the film room this afternoon, because today was a great practice. The coaching staff, we can't ask for much more. You guys consistently do that, and we are going to find ourselves in the playoffs. Good stuff.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, 2016 NFL MVP Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons do battle with Big Ben Roethlisberger, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. A few moments ago, the Steeler offensive starters, including all-pro wideout Antonio Brown, were introduced, and they've got this crowd in a frenzy as they get set to square off with the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll have Matt Ryan calling the shots, the former MVP and 3rd overall pick.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here now the offensive starters for Atlanta.
And one of my favorite players in the league is Devontae Freeman. 29 rushing touchdowns the last 3 years, and knows how to put the ball in the end zone, can catch it out of the backfield, and plays with a passion that few players in the league can match.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Coming off being named All-Pro for the first time in his career, Cameron Hayward had 12 sacks in 2017, a career high. But it's not just that makes his game good. Yeah, he can rush the passer, but his biggest thing, handling the running game, both as a defensive end and as a tackle whenever they play in the sub or the nickel packages.
On 3rd down, Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A first NFL pick for Terrell Edmonds. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Back to the air. Ryan after the pick six. And he will find Ridley on the left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
A big reason this team led the league in offense, their offensive line. Monster strength. 3 Pro Bowlers last year in Alejandro Villanueva, David DeCastro, and Marquise Pouncey. Kept their quarterbacks upright to throw it downfield and carved a lot of holes for their runners.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
First carry for James Conner, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down run here. This is Marine. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Set! Black 80! Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a 1st.
And that's the first mark on the stat sheet for the 4-time first-team All-Pro. How about this? Over 1,000 yards 6 times in his career, and just 2 yards away in 2013 of being over 1,500 yards in 4 of his last 5 seasons.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Set! Blue 30! 45. Mike, 45.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On the run, here's Marine. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Shane Vereen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 38.
Set! Like 5! Hey, check Mike 45.
The drive will start with Connor. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Set! Like 20.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. James has got it, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 2nd down. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start things out with an AFC North matchup. Baltimore heading over to take on Cleveland. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. The Ravens trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we'll head to Buffalo to check on the Bills at home in New Era Field. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. 2 touchdown passes there for Marcus Mariota. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. John Ross, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man.